Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, class 8. I hope you all are safe and sound at your homes. Today we are going to start our chapter after the winter vacation, that is Powder and Arms. That is a really interesting story and based on different adventures. This amazing story has been written by Robert Louis Stevenson, who wrote Treasure Island in 1881. It is set in the days of sailing ships and pirates and tells of the adventure of Jim Hawkins and his search for the buried treasure of an evil pirate, Captain Flint. There are 15 chapters in this novel called Treasure Island, but only chapter 9 has been included in your textbook, that is chapter 9, Powder and Arms. So, first of all, I'm going to read the paragraphs from your book and then I'll explain it to you. But before that, I'm going to give you the introduction of the author and the introduction of the story so you guys can grab the idea of the chapter. So, let's proceed towards the introduction of the author. The well known novel Treasure Island has been written by Robert Louis Stevenson. He was a Scottish novelist, poet, essayist, and travel writer. Some of his other famous works are A Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Kidnapped, and A Child's Garden of Verses. So, students, let's begin the reading. So, we are at page number 9. First of all, I am going to read the paragraph, then I will explain it to you. So the journey begins with the main character. The name of the main character is Jim Hawkins, and he bowed towards the ship where he met Mr. Arrow, the first mate, and Captain Alexander Smollett, who helped him in his journey. Now let's proceed towards the reading. The ship lay some way out, and we went under the figureheads and round the sterns of many other ships, and their cables sometimes grated underneath our keel and sometimes swayed above us. At last, however, we got alongside and were met and saluted as we stepped aboard by the mate, Mr. Arrow, a brown old sailor with earrings in his ears and squint. And he and Squire Trelawney were very thick and friendly. Soon as I observed that things were not the same between Mr. Trelawney and the captain. This loss was a sharp looking man who seemed angry with everything on board, and was soon to tell us why, for we had hardly got down into the cabin when a sailor followed us. Captain Smollett, sir, I am trying to speak with you, said he. I am always at the captain's order. Show him in, said the squire. The captain, who was close behind his messenger, entered at once and shut the door behind him. Well, Captain Smollett, what have you to say? All well, I hope, all shipshape and seaworthy? Well, sir, said the captain, better speak plain. I believe, even at the risk of offence, I don't like this cruise, I don't like the man, and I don't like my officer. That is short and sweet. Perhaps, sir, you don't like the ship? Inquired the squire, very angry as I could see. I can't speak as to that, sir, not having seen her tried, said the captain. She seems a clever craft, more I can't say. Possibly, sir, you may not like your employer either, says the squire. But here Dr. Levisley cut in. Stay a bit, said he, stay a bit. No use of such questions as that but to produce ill feeling. The captain has said too much or he has said too little. I am bound to say that I require an explanation of his words. You don't say you like the cruise, and now why? I was engaged, sir, so what we call sealed orders to sail the ship, for the gentleman where he could bite me, said the captain. So far as good, but now I find that every man before them must knows more than I do. I don't call that fair, now, do you? No, said the doctor, I don't. Next, said the captain, I learn we are going after treasure. Hear it from my own hands, mind you. Now, treasure is ticklish work. It means the sensitive work. And the captain further added that he don't like the treasure voyages on any account, and he don't like them above all when they are secret and when they begging your pardon, Mr. Trelawney, the secret has been told to the parrot. Silver's parrot? Asked the squire. It is the way of speaking, said the captain. I mean, it is my belief neither of your gentlemen know what you are about, but I'll tell you my way of it, life or death, and a close run. That is all clear, and I dare say true enough, replied Doctor. We take the risks, but we are not so ignorant as you believe us. Next, you say you don't like the crew. Are they not good seamen? I don't like them, sir, returned Captain, and I think I should have had the choosing of my own hands if you go to that. Perhaps you should, replied the doctor. My friend should perhaps have taken you along with him. But this light, if there be one, was unintentional. And you don't like Mr. Arrow? I don't, sir. I believe he is a good seaman, but he is too free with the crew to be a good officer. Well, now, and the short and the long of it, Captain, asked the doctor, tell us what you want. Well, gentlemen, are you determined to go on the cruise? Like iron, answered the squire. Very good, said the captain. Then, as you have heard me very patiently saying things that I could not prove, hear me a few words more. They are putting the powder and the arms in the forehold. Now you have a good place under the cabin. Why not put them there? First point. Then you are bringing four of your own people with you, and they tell me some of them are to be breathed forward. Why not give them the breaths here beside the cabin? Second point. Any more? Asked Mr. Trelawney. One more, said the captain. There has been too much babbling already. Far too much, agreed the doctor. I will tell you what I have heard myself, said the captain, that you have a map of an island and there is crosses on the map to show where treasure is, and that the island lies, and then he named the latitude and the longitude exactly. I have never told that, cried the squire, to a soul. The hands know it, sir, returned the captain. So, students, we have completed almost half of the chapter. Now it's time for the explanation. In chapter 9, the main character Jim boards the ship where he meets Mr. Arrow, the first mate, and a captain Alexander Smollett. He immediately witnesses a tense exchange between Trelawney and the captain. The captain is annoyed with the people who seem to know more details than he does, and he is unsettled by the purpose of their cruise. He also objects to the storage of the powder and arms in the forehold. The captain worries that too many people know that they are on a quest for treasure and that there may be immunity. He requests that the squire and his party keep the details of the voyage secret and keep his people apart from the crew. To prove his point, Captain tells the doctor that he knows the exact longitude and the latitude of the island and that there is a map that indicates where the treasure is. The doctor asks if the captain is suggesting that they keep the powder and the arms recent off along with the people. I hope you guys have understood the explanation of that particular pages. Now it's time for your assignment. You have to describe the given picture in 50 to 60 words. Picture is on page number 10. I hope you guys have understood the story. Still you guys have any problems, so you may ask in my personal window.